Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? This right here is the 2024 Lexus GX, and I'm gonna give you guys an outside walk around, an inside tour, and show you guys why this might be the best luxury off-road SUV. All right guys, so let's get straight into it. The design is amazing in my opinion. They knocked it out of the park with this. Very boxy, very aggressive, very like off-road focused. And starting with the front grille, it does have the spindle grille going for it, right? They haven't left that design signature, but they made it look better because it's more boxy, more straight cut, larger grille slots, and then you get the Lexus badge up front. Your front camera is part of your 360 surround view camera, but then the rest kind of blends into the body like they've been doing with their other stuff. The Lexus RX had something similar, but this is just done more boxy-like, if that makes sense. And it's nice that vents are integrated into it. It's a color matched panel, and in this paint color, looks really good with the black grille. You do get some more vents and more paneling here. It isn't metal, but you can see there is what looks like a metal skid plate underneath there. I'd hope it is, at least. Coming around the side here, the new Lexus headlight units, kind of like the LX 600, very similar, 3 projector beams, and then this daytime ring light, which looks awesome. None of these vents here are functional. Just keep that in mind, these are just fake. Below that are fog lights here, as well as on the side to give you a wider field of view, especially like at night when you're off-roading and you need good visibility. That's great to have. Let's take a step back here and take in the hood. This hood is look how thick it is. It sits so high off the fender flares, and it looks really good. It's very boxy, very simple, but it looks well suited for the body style of this car, which is very upright. I feel like the best way to describe it is it has really good posture. So going around to the wheel arches, they're squared off, and I think it'll look better on this side because the lighting. Oh yeah. So boxed, squared off fenders, they're angular, they're not rounded, and they're kind of like a trapezoid shape right there. And then they do sit out pretty wide. Like look at that curve that you see. I'll actually go to 1x to kind of see it better. Look how much it comes off of the side of the vehicle. Looks really good. And it houses a 33-inch tire package sitting on 18-inch wheels. And if you're curious as to what the dimensions are on this, it's a 265/70 R18 tire. And that comes factory for this trim, which is the over trail trim. So just keep that in mind. Continue on to the side. You will remind me of like FJ Cruiser side mirrors. Look great, cut off the side to keep it narrow, but you still get really good visibility out the side here. And then they're blacked out mirror caps. So as far as your windshield wipers and this area goes, it's black here. A very upright windshield, which is good for visibility. And I feel like it gives it a really nice design. And then color painted A-pillars right here, and a blacked out roof up top. And if I actually stand on the side step, good idea up top. I have the windshield, I have the sunroof open. We get roof rails and a blacked out roof. The shark fin antenna in the back. Let's take a step back here and just take it all in real quick. Very nice looking. I think it kind of gives Defender vibes, but like with a Lexus, edge to it. Blacked out A-pillars, keyless entry like you would expect. These are physical door handles. They're not the electronic ones like you'd see on other Lexus vehicles. And then you get a side step down there, which I'm sure a lot of people will remove to improve breakover angle. So going on to the back here, you get a fuel cap. Again, I'm sure these can fit larger tires. I hope they could. So let's go around the side here and into the back. You'd see up top, you have a button here. And that's because you can lift this up. Lift it open, nice access to the back. And then you see the deck lid spoiler here, which is nice, well done there. The rear wiper, nice light bar that goes across the entire rear. GX 550, that's what this one is. And if you pull this right here, it opens up the tailgate. Power lift, obviously, as you'd expect. And you get a good amount of storage space back here. But what you could get, not on this specific trim, but what you could get on other trims is a 3rd row seat option. So it's not available here. This is more of the off-road overland type of vibe. So they intend you to fit stuff back here. But if you do want a 3-row Lexus GX, you can get one. You get a power outlet right here. Nice hooks for a privacy screen, which is right there. You can just pull that up. And then right here is just a panel for vehicle components I'm not gonna get super into. Underneath here, there is no spare under here. Let's take a look underneath. You do get a spare tire down there, so that's good. Your tow control, your tow connections right there. This thing can tow up to 8,000 pounds, depending on the configuration. You get cup holders here, because you can tell this was intended to have 3rd row seats back here. Let's close this up here. Let's hop inside. All right, guys, so inside, let's start with the door panel here. You do get really nice setup, really nice trim. Let's do one next to you so you guys can get a better idea of it. Starting with this nice little mesh here. It's kind of got a green olive back mesh to it, which looks cool, kind of peeks out of that a texture. You get Mark Levinson speakers, which are mesh speaker grills. And there's a 21 speaker sound system optional on this. You get your switch gear up here, power folding mirrors, door handle up there. But everything else here is pretty straightforward. You get door pockets, all that good stuff. Let's look at these seats, guys. These are leather heated and ventilated perforated seats. And you get a kind of suede green inlays, very like naturey vibes, you know, gives off granola vibes, if you know what I mean. And then let's hop inside here and take a look. So with the steering wheel, it's a standard Lexus steering wheel. Nothing special here. You get paddle shifters, eyesight camera, just make sure your eyes are on the road. And you get the digital display gauge cluster, which we've seen on other Lexus and as well as Toyota vehicles, let's be honest. But what is new for the GX, which has needed a refresh for a while, is this massive 14-inch screen. They've carried it over, but they've integrated it nicely in this box squared off design. And you get your climate control vents, the new system software, which works great. I'm not gonna get super into it in the interest of time. 360 surround view camera system right there. And if we come down here, you got a lot going on. You have your drive mode selector, MTS, multi-terrain select, downhole crawl, and crawl control, as well as your tow haul and then traction control off. This is mated to an automatic transmission. I believe it's 10 speed. I'll put a correction if I'm wrong there. Nice little cubby here for your 12 volt, but it's gonna be covered most of the time. You couldn't put a phone here if you like. I don't know if that's what it's intended for, but you get USB-C ports up top, cup holders down here. You do also have just a little place for your phone. I'd hope they put a wireless charger over here. And then you get a cool box, a nice little cool fridge down here. Turn that on or off, and it'll refrigerate your beverages if you'd like. That's great. Going on the side here, you do have a nice little shelf right here. The lighting is rough. I do apologize, guys. You get shelving right here. The gauge, aside from that, the dash is pretty straightforward. There is a housing for a heads-up display, so you are going to get that. And if you come up top here, you have your controls for your lights, your doors, and then your sunroof, which slides nicely into the roof panel. So that's great. Let's go hop into the back seat and check that out. All right, guys, going into the back seat, similar setup with the door panel as far as materials go. You do get a sunshade with this one standard. And then in the back seats, you do get the same treatment. So just very nice perforated with this cool little texture, as you guys can see right here. But these seats are also heated. They are not ventilated, just on the outboard seats. And then you get cup holders here, which folded nicely. And like I said, you will have the option to have a third row seating, so you'll be able to bring this forward and get to the third row, which is nice.
I do want to quickly add that the second row seats can be had in a bench configuration as well as captain's chairs, and the third row option can be a manually controlled third row seat or an electronically controlled third row seat.
But I'm gonna hop in the back here, give you guys an idea of leg room. I'm 5'8". I was really far back on the front seat. Plenty of leg room because there's a nice little scalping inside the back of the front seats. And there is a nice little cutout up top. It's hard to see with the lighting for headroom as well. You get your grab handles over here. And then down here you have USB-C ports and then your buttons for your heated and ventilated seats. I know we're going through this pretty quickly, guys, but let's keep it going. Let's go open up the engine and talk about it. All right, so under the hood, guys, I'm super happy about this because it's a 3.4 liter twin turbo V6 that makes 349 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. Those are amazing numbers. And the fact that it's a V6 twin turbo, no electrification on this one specifically, that's amazing news. They will be having a hybrid option roll out in the future. So if you are interested in that, just wait to hear more on it because it will come available. Again, powertrain-wise, what does this go through? It goes through a full-time four-wheel drive system. And that full-time four-wheel drive system has a center locker and a rear locker. And I'll show you guys that on the inside. We'll go back in there and explain and kind of show that. But again, this is meant for off-roading. It's not a joke, guys. They aren't messing around with this. They're giving us exactly what we want and packaging it in a very luxurious package, you know? So let me show you the controls for that real quick because I kind of didn't highlight it earlier. You do have right here, it is a full-time four-wheel drive system. So you have 4 high and 4 low. You'd have to push down to toggle between the two. Obviously, when you're in neutral, it is faster compared to the previous GX, so they did improve that time thanks to the new electronic transfer case controls. And then you have your center lock button right there, as well as your rear lock electronic locking differential. So great. This is exactly what people want to see, guys, and I'm glad they put it here. On top of as well, MTS, which is improved, crawl control, downhill assist control, all that good stuff. Drive mode selector knob right here. And let's go through the drive modes real quick. So this is what we're looking at. I mean, this is pre-production, guys. They're not showing us. We got custom, you got sport plus, sport, and then comfort, and then eco mode. And again, guys, this is a full digital gauge cluster. This is pre-production, so just bear with me as we kind of work through all this. But a lot of great stuff going on here. Super happy about this package. Let's do a quick 360 walk around of the entire vehicle just to take it all in. Again, you get this nice little kink over here, which is cool. Nice design feature, which I like a lot. But again, I really like the body design of this entire SUV. I think they did a great job. Made the people who are going to off-road this happy, and made the people who want a luxury SUV with some off-road capability really happy. So super excited for this, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And if you guys have any questions, let me know there as well, and I'll try my best to answer them. Peace.